What's up, world? This is the second installment of Tea Talk with Nico and Cage. I'm Cage.
I'm Nico.
I guess we'll start with thanking everybody for tuning in. Like I said, this is the second installment, and we actually have our own YouTube channel now, so that's exciting. That being said, a little disclaimer we speak only for our own experience in our own state and in our own country. So there are different requirements of therapy and doctors and what have you in different areas. So we're very sensitive to that. So, that being said, we got a lot of feedback asking us to talk about specific issues. On the next video. So we decided that this one was going to be about our personal transition journeys. So the first thing we're going to talk about is talking to your doctors and therapists about coming out as transgender.
When I decided to come out as trans, I had already been seeing a counselor for I think a little over a year for other issues. And when I realized that I was trans, it kind of made more sense, and I was able to find out what the root of the problem was. And when I told my counselor, she had no problems with it. She had no adverse reactions at all. She was very understanding and had excellent suggestions, but unfortunately, she was not certified to handle transgender issues or anything like that. So she referred me to another local therapist who is a sex therapist and had been dealing with transgendered issues and had several clients, and was able to start me with the mental and emotional part of my transition. And she wrote me a letter, and I was able to start physically transitioning and start HRT. But I had to find a doctor. My family physician, who I had been seeing literally since I was born, he had issues with administering the treatment. He didn't feel comfortable. I'm not sure if he didn't feel comfortable doing it or didn't know enough about it to go ahead and monitor that. So he told me that I had to look elsewhere for a doctor. I called probably upwards of a dozen places, and none of the doctors were familiar with HRT or felt comfortable doing it. So I talked to Cage, actually, and he referred me to the doctor that we both currently see now. And after my first doctor's visit with him, I started HRT that same day. So, and he's been really great since. So, thanks for that.
You're welcome. My biggest problem was not my doctor. Biggest problem was a therapist. I was seeing a therapist in Akron, so it was like an hour, 45 minutes to an hour away from my house, and it was not covered by insurance in any way. So I was actually paying, a lot of money out of my own pocket to see her every week. And, at that time, it was still Harry Benjamin standards of care. It wasn't WPATH yet. So I had to do the real life test, year living as yourself and whatnot. So I'm in the middle of doing that, and she drops the bomb that she's just a counselor. She's not a certified therapist, so she's not even able to give me a letter recommending HRT. She would then have to recommend me to two of her partners, which was absolutely awful. But I found another one, and it was pretty darn incredible. They have a whole team dedicated to it, and I see the same doctor as Nico, so there's that.
And they're really great too. All the people that work in the office that we go to have had no problems with addressing us certain ways or misgendering us or using our birth names as opposed to the names that we chose to be identified with. Yeah, they've all been really respectful. So, which is kind of ironic because the doctor's office that we go to is sponsored by a Catholic organization So there's that.
Breaking boundaries.
So in this section, we're going to talk about what we expected to get from HRT and testosterone, and then we are going to talk about what actually happened. So initially, one of the things I expected was a higher metabolism much sooner.
Voice change. I expected a much deeper voice much sooner.
I anticipated the fat redistributing in my body more quickly than it has been.
Acne. I expected tons and tons of acne.
I anticipated my face changing much faster than it did and not looking how it does.
I expected uncontrollable fits of Hulk rage, like you always read about.
And I thought that I was going to have just this Adonis body with this beautiful muscle tone and musculature, and that didn't happen.
And I definitely expected a huge increase in the sex drive department.
So that's what we expected from taking testosterone. But now we're going to tell you what actually happened. So what actually happened when I started taking testosterone? About a month in, I noticed that my face was retaining an incredible amount of water. It was just bloated almost beyond recognition. And it wasn't that my face was getting broader or more masculine. It was just puffy, and it was not attractive. So that was a little discouraging. Very soon after that, actually before that, I got acne. Started getting acne on my face, pretty badly. After the face was back knee, shoulder knee, and chest knee. So those were definitely not anticipated. Body hair definitely started happening very quickly. I kind of had, I guess, a hairier stomach for a girl pre-testosterone, but that just became completely overwhelming very quickly. Maintaining the grooming for the body hair is almost impossible. I don't know how bodybuilders can shave their whole body and keep up with that regularly. It's just out of control. I look almost identical to my younger brother, which I did not expect, and we also sound almost exactly like. Our family members cannot tell us apart on the phone at all. My voice actually got deeper a lot quicker than I expected, and it is deeper than I expected it to be also. My voice was never really high for a girl, but it is exceptionally deep now, and it keeps getting deeper. Probably it started getting deeper at about a month, and then it gradually changed from there. 2 months was deeper, 3 months was deeper, and so on. About 3 months in, my face started changing the most. Wasn't as bloated as before. My jaw got broader. My brow ridge became more prominent. My cheekbones started receding. They weren't as full. And facial hair started becoming kind of noticeable to me around 6 months. It definitely was not anything like it is now, but or like cages, but it was definitely starting to come in around 6 months, and it's just continuing to come in faster than ever now.
What I experienced, definitely greater definition and retention of muscle. Even if I don't work out for a while, it's easy for me to retain my shape. My shoulders are much broader now, and my traps are more defined. Like if you look at me in a t-shirt, like I've got like, it's like what the hell's that? Voice. I definitely, being a singer, your body's your instrument. So having your body change, it's quite scary because you don't really know what to expect because everybody's different. So it took me 3 years to get control of my vocal range again. Um, the sex drive definitely is like over 9,000
Oh yeah,
all the
that
time.
was another thing I didn't mention.
Yeah.
Sex drive went through the roof.
Yeah.
Absolutely, almost uncontrollable.
Yeah, it's like whenever you see like teenage boys in like those goofy movies like American Pie, like you're like, oh my god, how can
Masturbating
anybody be
constantly.
that
Yes.
horny all the time? Oh my god,
That is real life.
it's like, oh, a breeze came in the room. I have to touch
Jesus
myself.
Christ.
Yeah, it's bad. So I'm noticeably stronger now. After 6 months, I had a full chin strap and mustache, and then my beard just started creeping exponentially closer to my eyes. I don't know if my eyelashes are now part of it. It feels like they are. My jawline actually squared off. Like Nico talked about the water retention in his face. I had it really badly in this region, and my nose is effing huge now. It's just really wide.
Yeah.
I look like my younger brother too. We actually have the same facial hair pattern. Mine's just more awesome and a different color. Baldness, obviously, this is not a fashion choice. I'm bald. So that being said, I mean, you can see that I have like a little bit of hair here and there, but my hairline, I mean, this is shiny. That's shine. But the hairline is like all the way back. Yeah. So, yeah. So those are the changes we actually experienced on testosterone. Well, that about does it for Tea Talk with Nico and Cage this week. You can send your topic ideas or questions or anything like that to our email address. We love fan mail, and we definitely love constructive criticism. You can send that to nicoandcage@gmail.com. Thanks for watching, and hopefully we'll have something amazing for next week.